Hey, my name is Malcolm Shabazz, and I've been an alcoholic for 18 months.
Hey Malcolm, how are you?
I showed up to work on time. Are you
Exactly.
showing up to work on time? Are you
Nope.
skipping out on work?
Right.
That's why we say what we say. That's why we work the way we do, and that's why we do work media.
Damn right.
All right, solutions.
Let's talk about it. And y'all chime in with solutions too. Don't just be watching. Join in with them solutions.
The wrong in our community, and especially in the black community, is so deep that
It's gonna take 3 shows for us to get this shit though.
Yeah.
it will take a season,
Right.
a whole another 50-something episodes for us to do this.
And we got that in
And
us.
we got that.
Oh, we got a
We are-
suggestion.
We are sent here.
We
What's
got
the
a suggestion.
suggestion?
We have to invest in ourselves. Like the brother said, we have to put our economic power in our community. That's from Greg Simmons. Shout out to Stay Focused Music Group. Boom.
Word.
I'm going to talk about those fellas in a little bit
Greg
too.
is cool.
Greg
Greg
is-
always shouts.
Always on point. I want to speak on that for a little bit, just for a second. That is a very powerful statement because economically, I have here recently, I've been very interested in people that are in the same position as I am. I've been very interested in putting my money into other people that are also doing the same thing as I am. They may be starting up. They may have some gifts and talents that I know I can use for my own business. And I am much more intrigued with using their services before a big company or a big boy service or something of that nature. Mainly because with all the legends dying off because they have actually done some things and they've lived a very full life and they've done some things, I now know that it's up to us to take up the torch.
Right.
It's our turn now.
It's our turn.
And economic power is definitely a piece of that. Mecca,
Right.
you were gonna mention a solution.
Economic power is definitely one of the solutions. Also, good representation.
Right.
We need judges. We need politicians. We need accountants. All of that. That's good representation. So when
We
we
need
come,
some gentlemen.
Right.
We need League of
Yeah,
Extraordinary
women
Gentlemen.
too.
Right.
yeah,
Women.
we
Right.
need good
That's right.
representation. We need to
We can't
find
be
a
wilding out.
politician and get behind them.
Right.
Find a good, honest one before the beast gets to him, and put your resources behind them. You need good representation. We need good lawyers.
Right.
We need less NFL stars, less NBA stars, more lawyers. Play the NBA for 4 years, get the 40-something million, and go be a lawyer and save your knees, save your concussions. But
What do you
okay.
think about? You think people should riot? You think we on the verge of that in America?
I think America's outcome is the riot. So that will but America will keep putting a Band-Aid on it to save its dollar. You know, to save the money to flow. You know what I mean? But the design of America to me is flawed. So it inevitably is flawed. But it's a great country. Don't get me wrong. It achieved so much. But until America can face, look at the man in the mirror. Until America can do that. Until the world can do that. Until myself can do that. We all a part of this thing.
Right.
Is flawed. You know what I mean? But America's a great country. All right.
Yeah,
So, but solutions
Good.
is economic power. Solutions is good representation. Solutions is
Less celebrity. We gotta be less celebrity driven. You know, like in any Renaissance, there was nobody out there saying, "Hey, I want to go be a rapper." You know, I want to go be an actor. And I understand y'all might got verses, y'all might got beats. Put them out, but please be doing something else. Don't focus so much on being a rapper. I swear to God, y'all boys, don't be like, yo, I'm gonna make it in this industry because it ain't nothing to make. You know what I mean? A certain handpick certain few gets
but
serious bread.
check it out though. It was the writers who influenced countries to revolutionize.
Right,
It,
right,
it
right.
was-
That's
it-
what I said
it's
in the
the
Renaissance.
philosophy. Yeah, it was writers
I
who
agree.
created the Renaissance
I'm-
and artists.
And I'm also say this. I'm also say this about the Renaissance and about solutions, because I'm very intrigued with this notion as well. It was the writers, but guess what? It was also the pen makers and the paper makers,
Exactly.
and the distributors
Yeah.
of it. It
The
was
mailman.
It was all these people. It was the owner of the business that put it up in his window. Like it was all of these people. It was the people who held forums and told their friends, "Hey, come over. Let's talk about this writing that I just got. Did you just see what Luther tacked up on the freaking doors? Like, did you like those people are very important, and the point being that everyone plays their role.
Right.
And I'm just going to put it out there and say, not everybody's playing their role right now. And I need you to play your role, because we need it. We need your role. Need it.
I agree.
We've got somebody else, Stella Williams, shout out once again. Education. We need more black males in these classrooms teaching, in addition to all the lawyers. We could talk about education for 1,000 years.
Yeah, I agree with you. We need our own learning centers.
Yes,
We need our
Thank you.
own learning centers with our own funding, and I think a good route to that is good representation. But I agree with you, and I think that also goes in it. Like everyone in the family has a role. Everyone in the village has a role. Everyone in the fraternity or sorority has a role, has a jurisdiction, and you have to play that. And it's not about you or your success. That you and your success is a piece of the bigger picture. And the piece of the bigger picture is you, yours, your family, your relatives, your village, your culture, your nation makes it to tomorrow.
That's
makes
right.
it to the future.
That's
so
right.
everyone has a position to play. We don't, like I'm saying, this is not the time to have people just hanging out on the streets. You know what I mean? If you ride to work every morning and you pass these little dudes on the corner, these guys 13, 14, you know they're harmless. Don't be scared of them. Say, hey, roll down the window. Hey, what y'all doing? You know what I mean? What's going on? Where y'all going? Oh, ain't nothing. You're going to make a difference in their life. At least one of them, I tell you.
right.
So, and the guys, man, where I work, I see so much black people on the street, like just walking and walking. I know some of them got places to go and they walking, but it's just so much people on the street. And I'm like, wow, that's somebody's relative. Like, that's a piece of the puzzle. That dude right there. Like, he got a role that's not being fulfilled right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
And,
right.
And the police get
Couch
paid to
potato-ness.
monitor those people on the streets, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like we got to play our role. If you want your family to survive, you have to play your role, and you have to encourage others to play your role. Encourage them in a positive way. Encourage their lifestyle decisions. You know what I mean? In a positive nature, and I promise you're gonna make a difference.
I think another solution that I'm fond of and that I've been exploring here lately has been encouraging people to pursue their passions. And I say that because I see so many people, especially people of color, that end up in some positions and you've got mad talent. And then you go to a job that doesn't allow you to express that talent. And that bothers me. I don't like it when people are they're just trying to better themselves, or they get real excited because they just say they just finished. I'm sure a lot of college students will understand this, or anybody that's completed like a major sector of school. It's like, oh yeah, you did so great. You made this much. You did this much in school, and you excelled, and you did this, and then you go to a job and they want to put you in a box. I can only speak from personal experience. I was in school, did 1,000 things in school, and my very first job was sitting at a desk, and I couldn't do it. I about lost my mind. Because there's no way you tell me to be on 1,000 and then I graduate and I'm at only 100. okay, so the more that I just stay in that rut, the more that I don't exercise my talents and I don't brush up on my skills,
You lose them.
where do I go? Exactly. I'm not for those of you who read the Bible every now and then, you know about the man who was given the talents and buried those talents. Everyone else took the talents and did something with it. They made something shake.
That's what I want to say.
The Lord comes back. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
The Lord
keep going,
comes
keep
back,
going.
and he's proud of everybody. And he looks at the last dude, and the dude's like, "Oh yeah, I took my talents and I buried them under the ground because I knew you'd come back." And he's like, "Son, what's wrong with you? Like, what? Who profited from any of this? You didn't. The people who needed you didn't. I didn't. Who profits from you not using your talents?" I'm not saying anything that you can't be at a job, but what I'm saying is another thing, especially for people of color, is the act of owning your own, attempting to own your own. That's another thing that plays into this as well, and plays into the things that you keep seeing on TV.
Until you own your own, you can't be free. Until you own your own, you can't be me. How we still slaves in 2:16.
That's our Jay-Z rendition right there.
Jay-Z.
But Jay-Z said that. Yeah, he did say that recently.
And it bring another good point. Be yourself. You know, how many times somebody done been like, damn, I could finally be myself around you. You know, because y'all putting on a front that y'all
That's
is
right.
real hard. Dude, you
That's right.
gotta shoot. You know what I mean? You gotta talk like this, or you gotta dress in these clothes. You know what I mean? I done heard 100 dudes come to the studio with me and like, damn, dog, I can finally talk about what I want to talk about when I'm hanging around you. And I'm like, dog, you could have been talking about what you want to talk about, you know? Or when you get the guy who say, man, I really, really appreciate what you said on Facebook because I've been thinking the same thing. Dog, you can say the same thing. You know what I mean? Everybody got to be on point. And I'm talking about pause, VP. I know you was going to get me.
No, I
But
wasn't.
everybody got to be on point to a level where this shit we can't get played. You know what I mean? We can't get tricked. I know we only got Trump or Hillary, but that means expect some more bad shit. You know what I mean? Don't wild out the next bad shit you see. You know what I mean? We living in tough times, man. You got to expect your days to be tough if you want to continue to survive. But don't wild out on everybody. It's not all cops' fault. It's not all white people's fault. It's not all, because when you go back into your community, some of your best friends are white people. I hate to say it, and you know that. And it's the truth. People don't want to admit it. They want to get on Facebook and just share all this shit about, oh, they're Malcolm X, they're this, they're that, they're this, they're that. But it's not like that no more in America. It's like 2016. Niggas is really, 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 really trying not only to survive, but niggas is trying to thrive, especially in Charleston. If you're not out here trying to thrive, you really wasting your time, and you know, you're not helping your tribe. You're not helping your crew. You're not everybody in my crew. I was thinking about that today. From the babies, the third generation in our crew, we all smiling all the time, no matter what's going on. You know, and everybody is go-getters. Everybody's starting their businesses. There's like 4 or 5 businesses in our family alone, you know?
Facts.
And I'm not making this shit up. This is some facts, dog. But if everybody do that, what kind of tribe, when we get our businesses rolling, what kind of tribe do you think we gonna have?
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying right now, you might look at us like, yo, you really don't know what we doing, because in a few years it's gonna look like kings have actually showed up in Charleston. I promise you.
That's
and
yes,
everybody
yes.
could be doing this shit, y'all boys.
Yes, please listen to what he's
Everybody could be doing this shit. And I already know the seeds we planted are huge. They're not just we're not planting on us being thousandaires anymore. We're not planting on us living check to check anymore. We're planting on our kids not having to do shit and but study and invent shit. You know, my kid's still gonna work, but you know what I mean? They're gonna come up, they might find Atlantis because of what we did right now. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit I'm talking about.
I'm rocking with that because I wasn't gonna take this show to talk about police. Okay? You can go on social media and see every single sad comment that you want to see. Okay, that's not how we operate at Do Work Media. That's just not how we do it. You know why? Because the name is Do Work Media.
Do work.
Okay, that means I see the problem. I'm about to be the problem solver, or I'm gonna do the best that I can with the capabilities that I have to do what I can to do some work. Okay, there are so many good things that I saw today in terms of the community, and I said on Twitter, I was like, man, seeing these shootings should make you want to immediately stop what you're doing and look up every black nonprofit in your area within 10 miles of you and pick which one you feel like you could be most useful to and say, yo, I just want to do 5 hours a week. Yo, I
Right.
just want to do 10 hours
And
a
you
week.
got that.
I want to see what can I do to help? Because guess what, y'all? A child was born today.
Right.
Yesterday and tomorrow a child will be born. Many children. And do you want to be that person talking about, well, back in my day it was like this, and you're not doing anything for the people right now?
Right.
I mean, what are you looking to do right now? Like, what? I mean,
Look at like the Bush family, y'all boys.
Let's
I hate
not.
to say it like that, but y'all might say they do some bad shit, but look what they hand down to the next. I mean, you probably don't even understand the amount of money and influence them boys got. But it's continuation of a plan from their. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? People be like, "Oh, what a rich man and a poor man got in common? Their grave look the same." But that ain't true. What do rich man kids got? You know, it don't. We not talking about their grave looking the same.
Right.
What did you leave for your kids? A poor man didn't leave nothing for his kids. And I hate to say it like that. It's not cool to be like, yo, VP, I seen you work, I don't know, maybe 90 hours in 1 week. I don't even know how many hours you work. But if VP can do that, a young woman can do some shit like that, there ain't no reason everybody else
If you
can't
don't
do
work
that shit.
14 hours a day on your own craft,
You part of the
or-
problem.
yeah, or immediately for your own benefit, step it up. Just step it up.
Real
I
quick.
encourage y'all to get that check. Just step it up, though.
Real quick to the Facebook Live people. Right now, if you're listening on Facebook Live, I want you to put in the chat box, what is your dream? Like, what do you dream to be? Like, what is it? What do you want? Tell me something, a goal that you have. Tell me right now. I want you to type in that little box
We also
and say, yo, I really want to own my own photography studio. Something. I need to know what y'all want to do. Go ahead.
it's all good. No, it's okay.
No, but I just think
She telling the truth, yo boy. Put that dream in there.
put the dream in there because
All you gotta do is visualize your dream. Just
Yeah.
look at it and be like, damn, why am I not doing this? Why do I work for Comcast? You can work for Comcast. You're right. Get your 8 hours in a day, but then you still got another 8 hours of sunlight or whatever the fuck. But you can still put another 8 hours into something. If you do hair, you sing. That's why I was like, I'm not dissing rappers or nothing like that. But we got a lot of people trying to be a rapper. Some of y'all might be good at damn cinematography. Some of y'all might be good at writing. Y'all good at drawing. Y'all good at b-boy. You know, there's a lot of elements of hip-hop. You know, there's a lot of elements of life. You got to fit in, and we got to be so on point. The cops wouldn't even think about shooting us. Cops don't think about shooting Chinese kids. Not even thought about, you know? And then when you go to every big city, there's Chinatown. There's no black town nowhere.
But I will say this. I'm gonna cut in real quick because what I think is that I think everybody's being killed out here, but I think that there is a I hate to use the word favor, but it's more so like we keep seeing everything about people of color. I'm not even gonna say people of color. I'm gonna say black people because Latinos get it bad too.
Right.
In terms of how they get treated.
I consider them black too,
people.
though.
Well, and see that's the thing. Like
Is that not right?
black people keep getting attacked over and over and over again. But also when it comes to like knowing your worth and working as a village, this is an area that that we need to strengthen within ourselves, because this society is going to tell you all day long about how the black community is broken and how there's disparities here for the black community, and
Black community not broken.
Not broken.
you can't keep a man in the household, and there's all this welfare, and there's this and there's that and there's yada yada yada. It's always telling you about black people, always telling you about black people. That's why what I'm telling you is something that not everybody is saying right now, which is go pursue your dream. The reason why I say this, y'all, is because if you don't even know what your dream is right now, I need you to go somewhere that you can have a time of mental isolation where you can sit and think.
Turn the
And that
TV off.
still small voice that tells you, yo, I want to be this. That thing that you want to be, that you're afraid to tell everybody else because somebody's going to say, oh, you're not really going to do that, or you're not cut out to
Or
be
you
that.
can't do that.
What is it that you feel in your heart? Because that's what you were naturally born with. Like, that's your role. And your role is so integral to the success of the community that you are a part of.
Exactly.
But you got to know it first. You have to know it, and then you got to go for it. And then you got to surround yourself with other people who want to go for it. I see a comment in here. Greg says, show my daughter what it is to own her own and work for herself. That's a goal that he has. But that's dope.
There you go.
Get it,
That-
Greg.
I can rock with that. And I have
There
to
you
say
go.
this because Stay Focused Music Group, those guys right there, first and foremost, I'm going to do a shameless plug right now, because these guys have been working since the day that I've met them, and they were working before that. They have 2 artists right now, T-Time, KG the artist, who is doing phenomenal work. But you know why? Because these group of men have got together and decided that they would pursue a dream and a passion that they have. And guess what? There's like 4 of them, 4 CEOs.
And it's working
They're working together.
like a tribe.
Oh, that's crazy. They're
Right.
working together. you know?
Right. Look at Atlanta. It's a perfect example. I saw Killer Mike on the radio just now speaking some real shit. Look at Atlanta. Yo, the Bloods, Crips, GDs, Vice Lord, all rapping on one CD, all working together.
We together, not separate.
They together, not separate. Look at what Charleston. When we got together on Do Work Radio, I really coined this shit to like the Justice League, you know, because it really feel like that. All of us are extremely talented, and we all got talents in different areas, you know. And then, but when we come together, Mecca could rattle off an idea, Vaughn could rattle off an idea, I could rattle off an idea, but it's like ideas that it needs to be done, but it's ideas that we're not afraid to fail at first, and it's ideas that we have to do, you know? And a lot of y'all have ideas like that, but y'all
That's
working
right.
too hard on your regular job, or you think you're working too hard. You got so many bags, you know what I mean? You got to put some of that shit down. You have to sacrifice. You're not going to gain anything without sacrifice. You know, nothing without. So put some of them bags down and then figure out if you can cook really good, you might need to open a restaurant. These chefs in Charleston are making 6 figures.
But they're making so much.
Easy.
I'm not even gonna, that's another episode.
And their food's really not that good. I'm going to be real. I know some girls that can cook on levels like that. But that's what I'm saying. If you're a chef or you can sing, whatever you can do, this is how we're going to change this shit. We're going to lead by example.
That's right.
You know, and when we all driving BMWs, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, you know what I mean? Can't nobody say nothing to us. It's not even gonna be like, yo,
Honda Accords.
you know, or Honda Accords, whatever you want to drive. Can't nobody be like, yo, I'm gonna pull this nigga over and harass him. No, you're not, cause I know you're a damn chief, and I'm gonna call him if you harass me. There's groups that get away with shit like that in America right now.
That's right.
We don't.
That's right.
You know, there's groups that if you pull this man over, he's gonna call, and then and a certain donate $50 to the cops. Get you a sticker, dog. You know, just get you a sticker, put it on the window. If you smoking weed, whatever you doing, just you gotta wash hands to get your hands washed at the same time. You know,
I think that when it comes to, because some people say, well, VP, what this got to do with the shootings? This has everything to do with the shootings. This has everything to do with the shootings because it hurt my heart to see the shootings, but it also hurt my heart, like the responses that I was getting from people. I don't like seeing people afraid. I don't like seeing people, here we go.
Ask him.
When,
Ask him what does he want to know about the shootings, or I'll
Who?
ask him whoever said that.
No, nobody said that. I'm just saying, like, I'm saying in general, like some people. Yeah, I'm saying, when I always approach these things, and you can, if you used to listen to my show, TNT, Transcend and Transform, I always was about the encouragement, because my mama used to teach me that when people go all at once towards one idea or one thing, it is normally not good for you.
Right.
She has always taught me that. And she's always taught me, like,
Herd
go
mentality.
to the beat of your own drum. Like, really listen to inner self. Really listen to what's going on the inside, because that's going to tell you the truth. In a world full of, like, all these disparities and stuff, you've got to be able to cancel out the noise and really hear the message. And you can only do that when you really understand yourself. And if we had more self-love and understood ourselves more, we could be more united and move in a united way. Despite the fact whether or not you agree with somebody or not, you would still have a level playing field, that you know this is what our common goal is right here. And right now, when I see all the arguing back and forth, I don't see any common goals. I don't see a common goal. It's kind of like this. If you've ever read the book Things Fall Apart, which I have been listening to on audiobook, the main character, his name is Okonkwo. And Okonkwo grew up to be a very hard and, like, tough guy, because he was unhappy with his father. His father didn't really teach him anything that he felt like he had to teach him, or didn't leave him anything behind. And when he didn't leave him anything behind, Okonkwo grew up to be just very rugged, and he had built everything up by himself. So he was just like, even though he had a village around him that still helped him
3 wives
and encouraged
18
him.
children.
He had, like, a good life, but he was still upset because of the things that kind of like the sins of the father type thing. What I've learned is that Okonkwo always operated in anger. You read this book now, I'm telling you, or listen to it, and you will see how often anger ended up being the demise of Okonkwo. How anger, and only operating on anger, caused him so much grief in his life. And if you continue to lead your life by constantly operating on anger, you will end up getting, you will not get the best of what life can be.
You won't pass any test with anger.
Absolutely not.
Check
Not
it out,
one.
though. Anger's not the only thing. You live your life by fear, you won't get it.
That's right. That's
Right.
right.
You live your life by jealousy or hate, you won't get the same.
Lust.
That's right.
So you got to be positive at this thing, but it's hard for us to have common goals when we have so much distractions. We shouldn't
That's
title
true.
this series "Common Goals," #Common Goals. But what you have to do, you have to get rid of distractions to reach a common goal. You have to
Right.
have collective thought. You have to have code of conduct.
Right.
And once we build with each other more, it won't be hard to do that, because that's
Right.
in your conversation. That's what you
Right.
talk. That's what you walk. And so the next man who likens to your style, or woman or whatever, she's gonna bring the same thing. And if she don't bring the same thing, or he don't bring the same
Let 'em
thing,
ride.
you gotta ride. You gotta keep it moving.
Right.
But it's distractions
Right.
that take us off of our pivot
Right.
and make us travel, like in basketball.
That's right.
So what we have to do, what we must do, is rid ourselves of these distractions. Spend more time. As soon as you rid yourself of distractions, you're going to get time back on your side. Spend that time with your family or whoever you deem value of your time. And watch us start to move in a better direction. Now, part 2 of this, I think that, we should talk about the police. And we should talk about
absolutely, we
ways
will.
to defend yourself and ways
We-
to move, how I was saying. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, because you will get shot doing something completely innocent. I can tell you about many occurrences of myself. And I know that the police, they don't pull guns out on other races, on Chinese race or Jewish race or any other race in
Right.
America. When they approach us with guns out. That's a tactic. You know what I mean? That is, they already ready to shoot you. Their gun is not holstered. If their gun is holstered and they put their hand on their gun, that's one way of dealing with you. But if their gun is out of their holster and pointed at you, they talking a whole different story.
Right.
So we'll
Yeah.
talk about that later.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be in another segment. I know that we all wanted to just give you some kind of basics, but above all, when emotions are high, the first thing I saw a lot of people in need of comfort and encouraging words today that I saw.
They scared.
It's kind of like in relationships. if any of you are in a relationship, and if you ever heard the saying, don't go to bed angry. Yes, go to bed angry. Go to bed very angry. You know why? Because when you wake up, your body will have calmed down and you can think clearly. Because when you're angry, you say stupid stuff. And stupid stuff leads to even more repercussions that you originally didn't mean to have. That's why when you're angry, you're supposed to go take a walk or do something relaxing. I listened to Bruno Mars today. Sure did. Felt great afterwards. He had a new song out. Was very happy. But the point of it being that you have to retreat to something that is going to keep that blood pressure down, keep all the blood from rushing to your head, because during that time you act in irrational ways. So it is very important. You want to know how you can help? You want to know how you can help? And you know, there's some people, trust me, this is going to be a series, y'all, because we're going to talk about the rioting, the protesting, and the all the different ways people do things. But in my opinion, one of the best ways to combat what's going on right now is for you to understand who you are.
And be it.
I firmly believe that you must understand who you are, because if you don't understand who you are, then you don't understand what your role is. And when you don't understand your role,
That's right.
the community, end up lacking.
That's right.
Because you were supposed to show up today and you didn't, because you didn't even know you had a job.
Exactly.
And that's my issue right now, is that a lot of y'all are walking
Not
around
showing up.
and not showing up when it's time to show up, because
Right.
you have a gift and talent that nobody around you is propelling, or you too nervous to. If you need some encouragement, give me a call. Okay? Not all y'all gonna have my number because I don't roll that way. But if
We
you do have my
charging
number,
too for about an hour, nigga. We charging.
if you do have my number, give me a call and say, well, Vaughn, I was thinking about, I get hit up every single day, people asking me to help them with events for these dope ideas that they have. And I probably have some mentors or some, especially some business mentors, that call me crazy because I have yet to charge people for these things. But I just really want people to do what they like to do. I just really do. And I want that because some of y'all are so good at some things that I'm not good at. I'm just not. I got a homie who's good at doing hair. I am not good at doing that. That's why y'all always see high bun society. That's the reason. Okay? It's just like that. He's got a talent somewhere else. But I have a role as well. I know how I can help him promote it. That's my role. I showed up to work on time. Are you
Exactly.
showing up to work on time? Are you
Nope.
skipping out on work?
Right.
That's why we say what we say. That's why we work the way we do, and that's why we do work media.
Damn right. I want to say something real quick. I love what you just said. Before we run out of this bitch, yo, try to put your families back together. I know over the last 4, 5, 6 years, there's been a lot of this independent movement, and a lot of these dudes out here thinking they can be a
True
pimp
that.
with 5 or 6, 7 baby mamas.
Come on, pimp.
I ain't talking about kids. I'm talking about baby mamas. You might have 10 kids, you know? But if shit hits the fan, can you call your baby mama and be like, yo, meet me over here. We got to run. No, you can't. She might not even pick up the phone on your ass. You know? Just make peace with your baby mama or your baby mamas. I ain't saying date her or get back in love with her. Just make peace with her. So if shit hits the fan, you can do something with your kids. If not, you might never see your kids again.
And that would be sad.
That will suck.
So we're gonna go ahead into some last words while we wrap this thing up. I know y'all's all up in my face just now. I'm sorry. Let's get some last words in here. Emex Swain.
Well, y'all, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us. Do Work Media, Do Work Radio Live Season 2 is right around the corner. We promise y'all that. We are very excited about it. We have great stories coming to y'all. I appreciate y'all staying with us tonight. Good night. Emeka Swain. Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. And with that being said, this has been Do Work Radio Live, back in action. I'm VP with Emeka Swain and Mr. West Ashley.
Yes, sir.
Good night, y'all.
Do Work Media.
Hold up.